Yes, guys. Once again, I'm by Holy Innocents Anglican Church and School, primary school, which is situated along Ayshford in St. Thomas. Yeah. Which is on the road to Harrison's Cave, Welchman Gully. So this is Holy Innocents primary school building. Yeah, Nicole. Yeah. And this is the church building. The church building here and the school building. So again, I'm in the parish of St. Thomas, which is in the center of the island. Yeah. Yes, guys, I'm in the parish of St. Thomas, which is in the center of the island, looking at Holy Innocents Church. This is Holy Innocents primary school here, with the mural graphic on it, which was done by Miss June Connell in 2002. This mural graphic was done by Miss June Connell in 2002, depicting things in St. Thomas. The windmill is the former Sturgis plantation, which is in St. Thomas, and you got village life in St. Thomas, and the top band group, which is also from St. Thomas, from Highland, the Landship band, and you can see the monkeys in at Welchman Gully, and you can see the Holy Innocent school students at the bottom being taught by Mr. Lester Vaughan, who was the principal at the school at the time. So this is Holy Innocents primary school. Then my aunts, my first two aunts, uncles, my first two aunts, and my great aunts and great grandparents received their primary education. Yeah, but yeah, back them to Ayshford Long Road. So yes, guys, as I said before, most of my ancestors from my mother's side are interred in this churchyard here at Holy Innocents. Most of my ancestors, like my great grandparents, my great aunts, my great uncles, and one of my aunts and cousins, all interred in this churchyard here at Holy Innocents. Well, most of them over here on the opposite side, because the cemetery in the church is filled now, so they have to bury the people on the opposite side. So this is Holy Innocents primary school. And by the way, I forgot to mention that the guy who was teaching the children in the mural graphic at the bottom, Mr. Lester Vaughan, he was the principal at Holy Innocents Church, at Holy Innocents School back in the 50s and the 60s as well. He was the principal here back in the 1950s and 1960s. Yeah. And he also wrote the national pledge. Lester Vaughan wrote the national pledge of Barbados in 1973. It goes, "I pledge allegiance to my country Barbados and to my flag, to defend, to uphold and defend their honor, and by men living to do quiet termination wherever I go." That is our national pledge. Written by Mr. Lester Vaughan, who was the principal here at Holy Innocents Primary School. He was also the organist at Holy Innocents Church years ago. We have family that still attend church here, such as my great aunt, the only one I have living. No, my only great aunt, which is my mother's aunt, my mother's last aunt. I had a great uncle, that used to attend church here. That used to be bell ringer here, Gorman Levine, and other Levines. The Levines from St. Thomas are related to me. They are my aunts and cousins and so on. Gorman Levine was my great uncle. He used to be the bell ringer here. And Percy Ellis was a lay preacher here years ago. He was also my great uncle. Gorman Levine was my great uncle, and Percy Ellis was my great uncle too. To Holy Innocents Church, where my ancestors are now laid to rest. If not all of them, most of them. So Holy Innocents Church was built in 1838 on lands given by the owners of Ayshford Plantation. It was built in the shape of a cross. It was one of the Bishop Coleridge Chapels of Ease. And again, this is the route to Harrison's Cave and Welchman Gully. Harrison's Cave runs all underground here. All under here is Harrison's Cave. That is why it is said that when service is going on in the church, that the organ from the church vibrates into the cave. So Harrison's Cave is also in St. Thomas along this route. Harrison's Cave and Welchman Gully. St. Thomas is known as the parish for nature. St. Thomas is a nature parish in Barbados, where most of the nature sites are, such as Harrison's Cave, Welchman Gully. And St. Thomas is also the parish for the most gullies in Barbados, St. Thomas. In St. Thomas we have Jack in the Box Gully, Welchman Gully, Stony Gully, Russia Gully, and so on. So Holy Innocent is an Anglican Episcopal church. Ayshford in St. Thomas. Ayshford is spelled Ayshford, and this is the road to Harrison's Cave and Welchman Gully. Harrison's Cave was founded in 1970 by Danish speleologist Ole Sorensen, along with Barbadian Tony Mason, and together they dug their way in the cave with big boulders dropping on heads, swimming through narrow holes. By that time the cave was just an ordinary cave with bats and water dropping on your head, and water. And all in the 70s, Ole Sorensen, who was from Denmark, along with Tony Mason, who is from Barbados, and Noel County Boyce, who is from St. Thomas here in Barbados. And also Mrs. Carrington, who was also from St. Thomas in Barbados, all from the area. They were the first staff in the caves, and they made their way to the cave, and then in 1981 it was officially opened to the public as a tourist attraction by the Prime Minister of the day, Tom Adams. Who was also the parliamentary rep for the parish of St. Thomas. So this painting at this school was done by Miss June Connell in 2005. Yeah. So as I said before, this is where most of my family from my mother's side are buried. Right here at Holy Innocents Anglican Church. And my family from my mother's side are all from this area as well. There are lots of memories in this area for me. So you can see the mahogany tree in the churchyard. So I forgot to mention that Harrison's Cave is now owned and operated by Chucker from Jamaica. They are the new owners of Harrison's Cave since July 2021. When Harrison went and the government leased it to them or sold it to them. So they are now the owners of Harrison's Cave. And Harrison's Cave now has a zip line added to it and other features added to it that was not added to it before. Like a rum factory, showing you how rum is made and so on. So see how well kept the church is? Thank you guys for watching now. And have a blessed evening.